Every word you have ever spoken, every word spoken to you, has left an imprint on your soul. Some words have lifted you higher than you ever thought possible, while others may have chained you down. But what if I told you that the right words, chosen with intention, could awaken a hidden power inside you? A power that's been waiting, quietly, for you to remember it. Tonight, I want to take you on a journey, a story that reveals how words are not just sounds, but keys that open doors to your inner world. There once was a young traveler named Aaron. Aaron lived in a quiet village surrounded by mountains, where life was predictable, yet heavy. People spoke words filled with worry, doubt, and limitation. You can't. You shouldn't. That's impossible. Aaron grew up hearing these words, and little by little, they became invisible chains wrapped around his mind. But deep within, Aaron felt something different. A whisper that told him there was more. One day, a wandering sage came to the village. Unlike others, Sage spoke differently. His words seemed to carry light, warmth, and power. When he said to Aaron, "You are more than you've been told," Aaron felt something shift inside, as if a spark had been lit. The sage explained, "Words are not just sound. They are vibrations. They carry energy, and when repeated, they shape your mind, your choices, and your destiny." That night, Aaron couldn't sleep. He remembered every discouraging word he had heard, and how he had accepted them as truth. But then, he also remembered the sage's voice. He decided, for the first time, to speak new words aloud. "I am capable. I am ready. I am free." At first, his voice trembled. The words felt unfamiliar, even false, but as he repeated them, something began to stir. He felt lighter. He felt stronger. It was as if his soul had been waiting to hear those words all along. Aaron began to practice daily. He replaced "I can't" with "I can learn." He replaced "it's impossible" with "it's unfolding." With time, his reality began to shift. His confidence grew, opportunities appeared, and slowly the chains dissolved. Years later, Aaron returned to the same village, not as the boy who left, but as someone transformed. The villagers noticed his presence, his calm, his light. They asked, "What happened to you?" And Aaron smiled, replying simply, "I learned to speak words that awakened my power, and now I live by them, the river of words." A journey into your true voice. There is a river that flows through every human being, not a river of water, but of words. Every thought, every phrase, every whisper we speak to ourselves flows into that current, and over time that river shapes the landscape of our lives. Tonight, I want to share a story about a girl who discovered her voice, and in doing so, discovered her power. In a small coastal town lived a girl named Leora. She loved the ocean, but she rarely spoke. People in the town called her the quiet one. Whenever she tried to speak, her words came out shaky, uncertain. And because of that, she was often overlooked, forgotten, or dismissed. What Leora didn't realize was that she carried inside her a river dammed by the heavy words others had thrown at her since childhood. "You're too quiet. You'll never lead. Your voice doesn't matter." One evening, sitting by the shore, Leora heard the waves whisper. It almost sounded like words. "Speak, speak." The next morning, she visited the old library at the edge of town. Hidden in the back, she found a dusty book titled The River of Words. It spoke of an ancient truth, that spoken words are currents of energy, capable of carving valleys of despair or mountains of strength. The book gave her a simple practice. Each morning, stand before the sea and declare words of power. So Citrith. Her first attempt was timid. "I am here." The waves carried it away. The next day, she tried again. "I am worthy." The wind seemed to echo it back. Each day, her voice grew stronger. She replaced the town's labels with her own truths. "I am more than they believe. My words are rivers of change. When I speak, life listens. Weeks passed, and something shifted. The town began to notice her, not because she shouted, but because her words now carried weight. When she spoke, people listened. One day, during a fierce storm, when fear swept across the town, Leora stood tall and spoke calmly. "We are safe. We are strong. We will endure." Her words cut through the panic like sunlight through clouds. The people followed her guidance, and together they weathered the storm. From that moment, she was no longer the quiet one. She was the voice of hope, a reminder that words could heal, lead, and transform. Like Leora, each of us carries a river of words. Some of us let it be poisoned by criticism, doubt, and fear. Others learn to purify it with intention, with love, with truth. Science confirms this. Words influence the nervous system, shape our thoughts, and even impact our physical body. Experiments with water and vibrations show that words of love create harmony, while words of hate create distortion. Spiritually, every tradition teaches the same principle. In the beginning was the word. Mantras unlock hidden power. Prayers shift energy. Your voice is not small. Your voice is creative force. Now, let's awaken your river. Repeat these words with me, or whisper them silently within. I honor my voice. Every word I speak flows with power. I release the words that hurt me. I choose words that heal me. My voice creates harmony in my life. Feel the current inside you changing. See your river clearing, becoming fresh and alive. From this day forward, you decide what flows through it. So remember Leora's story. She was not born without power. She simply forgot it until the day she spoke words of truth into her river. And you have that same river within you. You can let it remain stagnant, poisoned by others' voices. Or you can choose to let it flow with strength, beauty, and light. Speak with intention. Speak with love. Speak with power. Because your words are the river that shapes your destiny.